is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day I may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone crackers bag a thing now. Next to me I do it like Nike, but me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to Out Island Promotion Board, BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, the Deposit Insurance Corporation, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Hershey's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
The pioneer just a kicks up, and a hip hop or calypso. You can't see the star through the tint up. Plus me and the Cuban a link up. Rose gold for the Cuban link up. How much ice just a and me rings up. From what day I may find out, certain people don't like me. Everyone crackers bag a thing now. Next to me I do it like Nike, but me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike.
The Monday, October 23rd edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And boy, let me tell you, what a difference a week makes when it comes to sports. But we got lots to talk about in the 5 o'clock hour. But I will say this. We got a lot going on in the country. We've had some losses nationally. And yesterday was no different. And at this time, on behalf of Dolphin Nation, the Dolphins do have a statement. All the Dolphin fans in the country do have a statement. They humbly ask that you respect their privacy at this most difficult time, and please keep them in their prayers, in your prayers. All right, so keep them in your prayers, and respect their privacy at this time. I can do that until 5 o'clock. Then call me Morton. I got salt in hand. We can talk. Listen, I ain't gonna do y'all that bad because y'all got some stuff y'all could cry about. Normally y'all cry on this one, but we'll talk about that later. Speaking of crying, tensions running high in the PLP. Gibson supporters chant, Brave gotta go. Smith nominated for by-election. Got that to talk about. Grant, I have no promises and my pockets are shallow. Very sad news, too. Perry Gomez dies at 76. Dr. Michael Perry Gomez, a former Minister of Health and Member of Parliament who was renowned for his work in the HIV/AIDS field, died at his home on Saturday at the age of 76. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Been friends with them for a long time. I know what you're going through, and you know I'm here for you. All right? Especially Big Mike and Camille. You know, MJ and I keeping you in our thoughts and our prayers. And if you need anything, please let us know. So that's just some of the things that have been making the rounds today. All right, as you know, it's Monday, so we will be going to Abaco with Roscoe Thompson in short order. You know how to chime in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free in any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96, that's 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day. Right here at Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right, texters, you can chime in any questions you have for Roscoe. It's been a couple of weeks. One was a holiday. Last week he was traveling. So we're going to get caught up with Abaco today, as we do each and every Monday. So welcome to the show. None other than Mr. Roscoe Thompson, no stranger to the show. What's going on, Roscoe?
Right here, Naughty, taking our little bit of cut hit from this weekend, but we'll get through it.
And my thoughts and prayers and my warmest regards.
I'm going to go with your warmest thoughts and prayers because you know y'all play tonight, right?
We don't play tonight. Dallas on bye. Y'all can't touch me this week. We can do no wrong.
We can't? Okay, so you're in good shape.
I'm in great shape. Right, I got a mulligan.
Yeah. You could rub it in.
Yeah, man. I lined up nice for me. But listen, we haven't spoken in a couple of weeks down there in Abaco, and I got the text lines open, so I'm prepared to take some text, obviously, and the phone lines are open. But bring us up to snuff as to what's going on in Abaco, the good, the bad, the ugly, as far as from the last time we talked. Has there been any progress anywhere?
Not really, Naughty. Same old, same old. I mean, Pelican Shores Road is still under construction and getting paid, but that's really about it. I saw somebody post on Facebook today, power was off for a couple hours, and one of the flights, they had to do a handwritten, with their name and their flight and everything, because we don't have a generator out there at the airport, where it's not fixed yet.
Okay, so if we go down our checklist from last we spoke, Pelican Shores is not completed yet. There still is no.
They just signed the contract and just got underway.
All right, so that's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
But it's still,
it's being done. Immigration still, the expansion of the shanty towns is
that was going to be my next question, because I had a texter ask me, Naughty, what's the latest progress on the shanty towns in Abaco, considering the recent announcement by Mr. Sweeting? And I guess they're referring to the order that was issued, and you got 30 days to comply, and then there'll be removals. So
yeah, we'll see. How many times have we heard that?
Well, that's the obvious.
I mean, I don't mean to knock, but until you start seeing some action, it's just the same thing. It's gotten more out of hand now, and it's grown probably another, I don't know, quarter maybe.
But it was vast to begin with, Roscoe. We've seen the aerial pictures. We've seen the from the beginning of this year until now. We've seen the steady incremental growth of that shanty town, to the point where when I've seen pictures, people are putting up duplexes and buildings with 3 units in it. I mean, what's going on? They ain't just squatting. They building a whole civilization. They building a whole village. It's a whole community, a whole city.
It is. You have BPL. Well, you don't even have BPL down there. You got private power and light down there.
So how is the shantytown, or these shantytowns, with the power? Are they still with illegal generators and still borrowing current from this one and that one via the drop cord method?
Oh yeah. Well, they'll run a generator, and they'll put 1 or 2 generators and run a couple hundred houses off them. We're talking 50, 55 kW generators. You're not talking these small,
So then that brings the next question. Where are they getting the financing for said generators?
Well, that's been going on from when the mud and the peas were here. It's just an opportunity, being down there, out of mind, out of sight. It's something. Somebody
brought this up in the barbershop the other day, Roscoe. Is this finally the chickens coming home to roost with the mud and the peas from whence they came? And we all know how it started. We all know the reasoning. Some like to sugarcoat it, but we all know the political side to it. Yeah. Have the chickens come home to roost now, finally? Is this what's happening?
I don't know. I mean, it seems that way, but it seems that it's not a major concern for, and I will say for any government, from before to now, more so now than I would say it's just like, you have court rulings that are ruled for you to do this. You have the power to do this. It's crown land. But nobody wants to make a decision. Alfred Sears wouldn't make a decision. Clay is there now.
Maybe is it a case that office hands are tied so they cannot make a decision? So whoever assumes the seat or the position in that office, hands are tied. They know the playbook going in.
I guess it goes to the Crown land issue. You know, if you were built on Crown land illegally, that comes under Ministry of Works. I know it goes under, you know, if you take it to court or whatever, it goes under the branch. But in regards to building and illegal construction and all that, that's under their portfolio. You know, that's Ministry of Works. That's their that's their bread and butter. I don't know if that's
yeah.
word to use, but
Let's go to the phone line. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's
A
this?
very, very pleasant, good new week to Naughty and his wonderful show.
What's
from the
happening?
Bucket Mouth Master.
What's happening there, Sparky?
Now, see, the same thing you talking about with that gentleman in Abaco with the shanty town. Now, Naughty, see, Naughty, you know I've been talking this for ages about the government land that they gave, that the government gave me the land to start the farm. Now, to get to the area where they gave me the land, they need to build this access road off another road. Now, the road from Gladstone is owned by BEC, where they maintain them big towers, those electrical towers. They're not really interested in maintaining that main road where they use, what got all kind of lakes and everything. They just need bucket trucks and go down there to check those electrical towers once in a while. But breaking off from that road is the access road for me and many farmers who are waiting to start the farms. I've told you this over and repeatedly. We are waiting to start the farm, but we can't start the farms because the tractors that get down there to do the access road, every time they go down there and start the access road to level it out so we could get to our farm area to start the farm, the tractors stop in the middle of the road. Guess what happened now, there, Naughty? They got the Haitian delegation down there, have Haitian homes built on the government land, now.
The government land you're supposed to get for your farm?
Yeah, hold on. The reason the tractor stopped is because on the road, they got one Haitian even got solar on top of your roof. One Haitian, this illegal people now, listen to what I'm saying. These illegal people on the government farmland that they give to us to start the farms. One Haitian got a 2-story building, and Naughty,
are they there legally or illegally, Sparky?
Naughty, you know, because I send you the pictures in the group.
All right, so are they legal or illegal?
They're illegal. How do you even get down in the back there? They don't even have a road to get to the...
Then you need to go back.
You need premises.
You need to revisit Ministry of Works and lay it on them. Because obviously you can't get to your process of establishing your farm. You've agitated on this and every other talk show you can about it. You've been very vocal. Why hasn't there been assistance rendered?
I have dealt with ministers and permanent secretaries from Agriculture and Fisheries. I have dealt with ministers and permanent secretary of Ministry of Works. They send the tractors down there. Okay, Agriculture and Fisheries turn the deal over to Ministry of Works. Ministry of Works send the tractor
and we get that, Sparky. They send the tractor, they start the work, they get to point B, there's homes there, they can't continue. Now where do we go from there?
They need permission to move illegal residents off their own land.
All right.
And one fella got solar on top of the roof.
Well, Sparky, we know we got to keep making the call until they get you straight, but I would suggest you go back to works and really carry on bad like you can.
Naughty, before I go, I just talked to Mr. Kurt Knowles about 10 minutes before I called you. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, Kurt Knowles say he's taking his tractors down there, and he can start working on my land. If he have to go over rocks and things, he can start working on my land because he's already 5 months ago in cash. $7,400 he's been paid.
You get all that guap from Sparky?
11 o'clock tomorrow, we going on there with my daughter who just came in from Orlando, and we going on there to start on Vigo Farm. Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock.
Keep me posted.
We'll start it tomorrow.
Keep me posted, Sparky. Keep me posted. All right?
I know we had an issue in Abaca one time in local government. We wanted to clear a fire road, and there were a couple illegal houses that were built. And unfortunately, believe it or not, even though they're on Crown land or they were legally, it has to be something posted on there to move that building. It's unbelievable.
Got one off the text lines for you, Roscoe. Great show as usual. It sounds like the generator in the mud is working better and more reliable than the generators that BPL provide. Did the people in the mud get their generators from eBay or Home Depot? Asking for a friend in Abaco.
No. Listen, BPL's been pretty good recently, I must say, with keeping the power on. It was off for a couple hours today, minimum, but it's just funny because a friend of mine was leaving. Like I said, they shared something on Facebook and that's unfortunately how the airlines have to operate when you have planes leaving. And it's really not that difficult to put a generator there, for this exact reason. But yeah, the generators in other places do run better sometimes.
Generator seems to do well, everywhere else except where, they're needed for Bahamians. And they're where they've been paid for by Bahamians to serve Bahamians. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, you have to laugh at it because if not, you'll cry. But there's more technology in the mud than at the airport in Abaco? Like, really? The generators are better?
They might not be on but yeah, I mean, hey, listen, Nordy, I mean, give kudos to BPL, but I know they have their issues with government too. I mean, it's management in that government that really kills us.
I think that's one of the biggest things that the Bahamians are really saying about, are talking about in 2023. I've had numerous callers, numerous texters. We have a lot of things provided to us. The maintenance of it is horrible. Look at the stadium. Look at the Betty Kelling Swimming Center. We don't maintain nothing to save our behind. We'll stand up, and then after that, man, I ain't checking. And I can tell from other personal stories where things have been donated, and the folks who get them don't appreciate them for nothing, or broke up in a couple of days, or mismanaged to hell's half acre, and then here you are with nothing to show for it.
It's the same. It's the same over here with government buildings. It's like upkeep. It's never really put in their budget. If you ask most government agencies over here what their budget is, they have a very minute budget for anything.
Let's get to this first break. Flip side of the first break, we'll be continuing the conversation as we talk to Roscoe Thompson live from Abaco, getting the latest in from Abaco. And, of course, we'll talk about some other issues as well with Roscoe. Obviously, we got a by-election coming up, Roscoe, so I got to get your 2 cents on that. And we got a few other things we need to talk about. Caller, I see you. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, caller. We'll pick you up right out of the break, or you can call us right back on the flip side of the break as the Monday, October 23rd edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Your pumpkin favorites are back at Dunkin'. Indulge your pumpkin passion with fresh baked pumpkin spice donuts, mouth-watering muffins, and delightful munchkins. Or sip a Dunkin' pumpkin spice signature latte made with a rich blend of espresso, pumpkin spice, and vanilla flavors, all topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. Available hot or iced, Dunkin' offers the ultimate pumpkin coffee experience. Head to Dunkin' today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast. What you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Let me ask you a few questions. What's your name?
Pam.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Is your money safe?
It's under my beds, I guess so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Unless your money is in a bank or credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, there's no guarantee it's safe.
Yeah, but what if something happens to the bank?
Your Bahamian dollar deposits are insured up to $50,000, so you'd still be ahead. Plus, your mattress might catch fire. Then what?
Man, those banks and credit unions are looking good right about now.
Visit the DIC's website at www.dic.bs. Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk.
Talking Heads, the Monday, October 23rd edition of Talking Heads continues right now. Live from Abaco, we got Roscoe Thompson. Roscoe, let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, good day, lady. Good day, Naughty. So good all here.
How are you, man? You got a question for Roscoe?
Not right now, but I was thinking about what Sparky said about the houses in the back there. Tell Sparky to tell Mr. Knowles to get a drone. And I'm pretty sure if they send that drone up, they'll see the road. There's a road. You know where you can get all those things through the bush? On foot. There is a road. Just send up a drone, and you'll see where the road comes from. And let's utilize that road and connect that road to your property.
Sound like you on top of things there, Silver Doll. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good idea.
Yeah, send up a drone. There's a road. They're very smart, but there's a road.
The road might be a little hidden, but there's a road.
Yeah, there's a road. It's hidden, and yes, there is a road. Because you can't get all them stuff through there on foot.
I agree with you there. All right, let's appreciate the call as always. Let's go to the text lines real quick, Naughty. Roscoe. Naughty, we might as well let the people in the mud run BPL. What's your take on that one, Roscoe?
Boy. You know, the linesmen and those guys, they bust their butt and they do a good job. Like I say, the upper management and government interference in BPL is just mind-boggling. You know, I always go back to John 2020, Vision 2020, you know, and that was, 12 years? No, longer than that. 13 years ago when 14 years ago when he was writing it.
Yep.
You know, and it's mind-boggling. I don't know. That's all that I could say.
It really, like good ideas like that, they just leave on the side and take a piece here and a piece there instead of trying to implement it or empower the person that came up with it to implement it so we all benefit. This all buck up go is foolishness, man. And that's what's been haunting us for 50 years.
Yep. And it will continue to haunt us. It's going to continue to haunt us. You know, I mean, I hate bringing it up the time, but even what Minnis did with the hedge fund, that was a brilliant, I mean, come on, you know, why didn't, you know, this administration even look at it? You know, it just, those things the people should be asking themselves.
But they don't.
But at the end of the day, Nordy, it affects everybody in the back end in their pocket. I mean, your electricity bill goes from 200 or whatever it is, a third increase. I mean, that affects. You don't think people choose between school fees, BPL, things like that, of which to pay this?
I mean, do you think that is a case that asking for the same old thing over and over again, Roscoe, and still getting, nothing in return? I mean, how much do people have to swallow at some point, and then they say, we've been swallowing this for a long time. When is it going to be light at the end of the tongue? Hell, when is it going to be light, period?
But what's your alternative?
That's my whole point. This administration is not offering an alternative. They're just letting it all go, all buck up going. I mean, how long can this really work?
I mean, that's the question there, the alternative. It just, people say COI. I mean, and I'll say it on air. When that red and that yellow machine get going,
and they spew out the lies and the innuendos, and they cater to the average, you got a problem, a recipe for disaster.
Just in general, I mean, you can't compete, with it's. Maybe I'm wrong in this day and time, but I just don't think as a country, we're to that point yet.
Just got a text in, Roscoe. The power is off at the Marsh Harbor Airport, by the way.
Well, it must still be off. But
Somebody
it has to be.
Somebody just WhatsApped me. They listening to us online, obviously on their own data. And off their phone or something. He said, hey.
Oh, my God.
No power, and you ain't want to see the boarding pass. Dear Jesus.
Yeah. It's just...
all buck up go. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, my thing is, when are we going to get a politician that's actually serious about the family islands, that agitates to get the assistance that they need in the family islands, and get Abaco to where it needs to be, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera where it needs to be? I can't say the politician for Exuma is Mr. Cooper. $1.2 billion in investments does not lie.
No.
But what happened to the rest of the archipelago?
Look, when Hubert Ingram, and I say this to people, I mean, we had our disagreements. But when you look and see with Hubert Ingram, and especially in Abaco, you can see what he did. Even when you look at Nassau with the roads, that cost him the 2012 general election. But just think of the foresight he had to think about that, then, to know where we were going to be 10 or 15 years from now, even though we might have outgrown it. But you look at stuff like that, and, you give credit where credit is due. Ingram brought us, Finland brought us out of the era, with the racism, the black and the white, and the UBP. You could see, I can't really say with Perry and Brave, but, you look at those two and what they did for the country. I mean, you can see and touch and feel. Now that you said it earlier, it comes down to maintaining it.
Yeah, I mean, the back to maintenance. And again, you have people talking about that. That's the problem in this country.
What about that school? You brought up about the by-election. What about that school in Grand Bahama it's taken 10 years to... Is that true?
Well, I mean, it was delivered by Lion Lincoln Ben, so I don't know if to believe it or not, to tell you the truth, because his credibility sucks.
Well, no, I just heard,
but I've heard similar rumors from other sources.
But that, what are we doing as a government? Why are we not getting the, especially a school or a classroom? No, if it costs us another $10 million to get it open, let the children benefit.
And that's the problem. The kids are suffering. Adults are spinning the wheels in the mud and posturing and politicizing everything. And the kids are the ones who are suffering.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, education is definitely something that we need to take a lot more serious than we have over the last 50 years.
Yeah, no, I agree. Listen, my wife's a teacher, and I have the utmost respect for, what she goes. She was at D.W. Davis in Nassau, and then at Abaco Central, and then at Forest Heights. So she came up through the public system, and I have the utmost respect for what she continues to do.
And how is the state of education in Abaco? Have we gotten the rest of the teachers that we needed to balance out the quota, or is it still affected?
You know what? I have not really looked at that. I've heard a little sip. They are still short a few teachers, but not like they were. The problem was housing. Everybody that had rental units, or the majority of people that had long-term rental units over here, what they did is they turned them into Airbnbs. So it took away from that long-term rental, to now more of a short-term rental, but not as bad as what it was.
So
we still have all them trailers by the government complex.
That's a question that I was going to ask you. I'm glad you brought it up.
You still
have folks over here who want to be social media reporters, putting out their stories, and you're getting some video, you're not getting the full story. What is the exact situation with those trailers?
No, I mean, you have government officials, you have government employees that are still living in there. Some work in the administrator's office, some work in different departments. Their houses were completely destroyed, no insurance, no nothing, no help, no bill back, whatever it may be. Some of them were living with families that, moved. They stayed to work, but they're still up there, and I mean, it's, what are we doing? Where are we going with it? It something needs to be done.
But, again, do we have the suggestions, or we have an alternate plan in place that could actually work to facilitate getting it where it needs to be? That's the important question.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, long-term
Because it can be, I have an idea for this, I have an idea for that.
No, I mean, investment in terms of regards of apartments, or, duplex, or, something big to where it can offset some of the prices of what rentals and what things are going for.
What is is it not, the market's not priced out, correct?
Oh, it's crazy. For a 2-bedroom over here now, I mean, some of the things I've seen on Facebook and the prices that people have for 1-bedroom efficiency, $1,000.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
If in town in Marsh Harbor, 2,000 plus,
That's really deep. I didn't know it was to that level.
Yeah, man. It's
yeah, I agree. It's staggering, and it's very sobering. And again, another week we've had a conversation, and nothing to get Abaco where it needs to be.
Even the DRA, in regards, when are they going to start? We've heard about this for what, 2.5 years, or 2 years, the DRA, and what do they haven't done anything that where is the help?
Well, we got to get to the break, Roscoe, but we'll get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll be back to wrap things up. And yeah, that's a good question. I mean, these questions keep arising. And that's what the monotony element is. You keep asking the same thing over and over and over again. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll wrap things up with Abaco and Roscoe Thompson right here on the Monday, October 23rd edition of Talking Heads, which continues right after this.
Refined style with fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. With fine style, with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put feet.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. Buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Want to reach your Grand Bahama customers? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Nassau Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
Craving a sandwich that hits all the right spots? Look no further. Introducing Dunkin's newest star, the oven-toasted turkey sandwiches. Made with love and served on toasted sourdough bread, these classics are reinvented with a twist. Sink your teeth into layers of delicious deli turkey, crispy lettuce, and white cheddar. Plus, we've added the perfect kick with smoky bacon and your choice of creamy avocado spread or zesty chipotle sauce. Dunkin's got your sandwich cravings covered all day, every day. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Monday, October 23rd edition of Talking Heads, and we're wrapping things up with Roscoe Thompson in Abaco. Roscoe, a couple of questions for you off the text lines. Afternoon, Naughty, great show as usual. Can you please ask your guests who owns the land where the shanty towns are located? Why can't they call the names of the landowners? Government don't own all the land, and they're on.
One is owned by, if I'm not mistaken, is some agricultural land. I think it's under. It's a Lundy fella over here, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on. Would that be not the MP, the sitting MP over there, Mr. Leon Lundy? Let's clarify that.
No. That's why I said from over here.
All right, let me just make sure.
That's one that has come to my, and the other is government land. I don't know who owns the other land, but I do know that name came up as one that had rented out or subleased agricultural or land there for I don't know, elite Bahamian nationals or Bahamians.
I don't know, man. It's like I can understand the frustration of some.
Anyway, I mean
that school. The text chimed in. Roscoe and Naughty. The school you're referring to is the one in Holmes Rock.
Yeah, Holmes Rock. Yeah.
But my thing is, I look at the shantytown situation. I had two texts here that I'm not going to read on there because obviously they're very inflammatory. And, I don't need Urkel flying in, but the gist of it is they're displaced Abaconians in Nassau are trying to get back to Abaco. And to find out that, the shantytown has grown substantially since they left and been displaced and they can't get back home is really getting their goat at this stage.
It's getting everybody's goat because you have Bahamians that are displaced. Listen, okay, here's a prime example, Naughty. Everyone that's in those trailers, go to them or open up a program or something, identify some crown land or whatever it may be, and let them apply for, a quarter acre or whatever, or, let them buy it, whatever it may be. Let them get out of there, do something, you can't, it just can't continue the way it's going.
It really is, for lack of a better word, a crapshoot right now, and it doesn't look good.
And don't get me wrong. I know the country now is focused on a by-election in West End, Bimini, And I believe that's going to be an interesting tale to see what the temperature and the mood of the country is at. You know?
Very good, a very good test, a very good indicator.
You know, are people saying what they're saying? You know, because they are fed up. You I guess it'll give you a good little test. When is it? November 25th?
Yeah.
Around.
But I got got a text right now. Naughty, I told all of you that Fred and Brave would put Shane out of commission. Shane needs to go back and hug up under Fred. He is in charge of the PLP. The only family way to invite Vance back in the party is to ask the leader, who's Fred, for that bly. Wow, let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, what's happening?
Hey, Jeff, you got the last couple minutes. Make it quick, then we got to get to the news.
Very fast. And
there
very
you go.
quick.
Good
Russell,
to hear from you, brother.
how's everything, man?
What's up, Jeff?
Listen, some of us already formed the notion that it's quite apparent that Abaco now is to be taken over by our, some people don't call them our brothers and sisters from the South, but that's who they are, brothers and sisters from the South. It seems as if that island has been totally given over to them. That's why you get no action coming. Nothing is really happening there as far as Bahamians are concerned. For a lot of our family islands, a lot of our islanders would love to return back home, but because of the lackluster performance of successive governments to invest into our islands to keep our people on their particular islands of preference, they just do a free-for-all. Anybody who feels as if they want to come and take over, they just allow them to take over. Abaco is one such place. And I can tell you, I do have family members in the Abaco chain as well. And I'm going to tell you, that is their cry. They feel as if they are taken over. It seems as if the government basically has taken their hands off it to try and correct anything. Just throw their hands up and say, hey, man, if they want it, let them take it. But we have to demand from the government to allow people to return back to their individual islands and help with building the infrastructure, even from a private investor standpoint. But when they do so, then also let us have a stake into what it is. And when I say we, I'm talking about the Bahamian people, have a stake in what the investment is. So we are not left out in the cold just being workers, but also owners of the product. And that's as simply as I can put it. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, Jeff, always good to hear from you, man. And likewise, Roscoe, always good to hear from you. But we've hit that time, so we got to do it again next Monday. But like I said, I'm glad to know that some places are up and running. You know, I've seen some things on social media, and I'm glad to see they're going. But we still need to know why Bahamians are displaced. Why can't we get it together?
We're still in the same fight as what the rest of the Bahamas is in. You know, I mean, I know we had a Dorian to come back from, but, you know, we have the same issues that everywhere. Immigration, you know, it's just LaRota left, who was in charge of immigration here, went back to Nassau. And it's gone quiet now, you know. Before, at least he would do raids, and he was, you know, on it. I give him credit. I've called his name on the show before.
I know, and folks obviously want to hear, you know, the who, the what, the why, the when, because Bahamians are interested now. I think a lot of they've become more aware of the severity of it. They see what's going on in Abaco, but they also see, you know, the risk that we face here in New Providence with shanty towns of our own.
Yeah.
So we got to continue to make sure that we get those eliminated correctly and done the right way.
And I agree with you, and you know, as I know some of your listeners will say complaining. Listen, it's not complaining, it's keeping the Bahamas and the rest of the country informed of what is still happening. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, I will not sugarcoat it in that regard.
And that's why we appreciate you bringing it to us every Monday, and I'm sure we'll hear from you again next Monday, and you'll do it all over again.
All right, my brother.
Hopefully your Dolphins will let you speak on it, because I had a text to chime in and say, Naughty, every time Roscoe does chime in, it'll be after a Dolphins loss. Tell him take the next week off so he can show back up with another Dolphin loss. Sound like somebody in that division. Sound like a Buffalo Bill or somebody. Somebody want Mystery Light Company. Anyway, be safe, man. Give my regards to everybody in Abaco, man. We'll do it again on Monday. All right, bro?
You too. Good evening, Bob.
Be safe.
You too, Naughty. Be
All right.
safe.
Thanks, Roscoe, as always. Quick break. We get to the news. Flip side of the news. We'll be talking sports. Dolphin Nation, call me. I'm your therapist. You can sit on my couch and cry to Uncle Naughty as I laugh at you all.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by the Bahamas Out Island Promotion Board, BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, the Deposit Insurance Corporation, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
He cries, it is finished. The battle is over. It is finished. There'll be no more war. It is finished. The end of the
The Nation, I just want you to know, from my family to yours, you have our deepest condolences, and we're trying to respect your privacy, but I think a little mood music might work. We have Pearly there. Pearly, how are you, my brother? Pearly, how are you, bro? He might be on the mute button. He might be by the air fryer. Huh? Yeah, unmute us, Pearly. I know you probably cursing me right now, but unmute us and step away from the remote control and the ESPN highlights and the reruns.
I'm not muted. I'm going to talk to your producer.
Oh, the producer, he said you was muting him.
I'm not muted at all.
Okay, well, how are you?
I'm in a foul mood today, a very foul
Excuse
mood.
me, boy, the salt coming through the Zoom all over my shirt. Boy, what that is, Morton's, eh?
That's where I'm from, in Agua.
My God. Well, Pearly, listen.
Naughty.
No.
Not...
Let me say this first.
Okay, go ahead.
You know me.
Before we get into this, can you do today in sports history, please?
No.
2 words. 2 words.
You know me more than anybody else would have been lined up to give you all the business today. Considering I picked you all number one, my daddy is a Dolphin, you is a Dolphin, Chef is a Dolphin, Campy from RBC is a Dolphin, and the list goes on. Roscoe and Abigail, all of you all.
Yes.
And you know that I am upset today because I was denied that opportunity because, like my Cowboys before y'all, Goodell, if he has an issue with your franchise, will make sure the hit squad referees come out and murk you. And I am upset today because I personally, even though my pick might have gone Bob, because I was waiting on y'all.
Yep, I know.
But in all fairness, I cannot do it because what I saw last night, so y'all get off the hook, no pun intended, what I saw last night was an absolute travesty, and it speaks volumes to the integrity of the game because it could be the Miami Dolphins this week and any other team next week, including your favorite team, listeners, on my Cowboys.
Yep.
That is what I also saw an agenda by Goodell and the NFL to cater to the owners that rallied around him because he was very close to being replaced, and that charge was led by Jerry Jones. So I know we could suffer because of that. But what I saw last night was wrong. And as much as I hate the Dolphins, it was wrong. You're going to tell me that the Philadelphia Eagles are a perfect team, that they made no penalty in that game.
Any NFL team.
I don't care. The best of the best I seen with a false start, with a hold, with an illegal motion. I'm sorry. Philadelphia did not play flawless football last night. And to all you Eagle fans, trust me, you know a big division rival waiting on y'all in 2 weeks. And y'all ain't who y'all used to be. And y'all about to get punched in your mouth by the Cowboys. They're coming. And I calling it 2 weeks out, Pearly, but I'm telling you now, that was a travesty last night. So to all my Dolphin fans, I give you all a mulligan today. And you all know later on down in this thing that we got, you all will remember this day and give me my credit somewhere else down the line when I need to roast you all. But today, Pearly, is all yours. Fumigate your wisdom on everybody. But today is your day because, like I say, with a good heart, in all fairness, I can't kick you out when you're down as much as I'd like to. Normally, I go kick the neighbor's dog who's a Dolphin, right? You know, last night I went over and I poured some Jack Daniels in the neighbor's dog bowl, and he drank it and I drank it. We had Jack and water, and we cheered a moment. That's how bad I felt for you all. I won't tell you what my 91-year-old father was saying as he rolled over. And it was a combination of English and Spanish, and all was not radio-friendly.
But you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't come up with them, and I always tend to try doubt. I don't know why, but anything like that. And I know that Miami had an opportunity to, despite what was going on, to still win that game yesterday. But in the two top teams, in the two top teams of the NFL playing, you expect it to be a tight game. You expect it to be a game like that was yesterday. But what I saw, I mean, face masks, takedowns, holdings, pass interference. And they can't blow the whistle. And what was so hurtful about it the most, and I don't mind, you know, I can understand the referees missing a play here or there, you know. I can understand that. I can live with that. But what was the worst part of it is I trying to figure out which of them two announcers was trying to become Hurts' boyfriend. Because as far as they concerned, they even brought up the issue that Hurts and Dak had similar numbers. And why do you give Dak such a hard time and don't give Hurts a hard time?
But I saw Hurts throw a pick six last night, too.
Plays like that.
Anyway, we got a call, Pearly, real quick. Hold your thought. Let's see what the callers got to say. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Naughty, I have no such mercy for Pearly them today. None.
No. All I'm going to say to you, and I'm going to slide on the side. I will put it to you like this.
He can be in Germany. I ain't one but you.
No.
He can be in Germany.
Pearly, let me just say this. Big Chief, listen to me. Pearly, in your absence, defended you on multiple levels. Your Kansas City Chiefs. Now, as far as your Georgia Bulldogs go, he's taking you to task as they deserve because they haven't been playing to the lofty standards that you and I both know. Because my parlay's taking a hard time to cover like they used to.
Yeah,
but
who they playing? They ain't playing.
But as far as your Kansas City Chiefs go, he's been more than fair and more than lenient and defensive on your behalf. So I would say to you today, only a teaspoon of salt rather than a tablespoon, if you could.
No. Not Naughty. Yes, here's the issue. I have no issue with Pearly as a Dolphin fan. Okay? Because Pearly knows sports. Okay? I don't want to do that. Okay? So Pearly, you can excuse yourself from this beatdown.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, carry on smartly, mash them up.
Okay, because you know, Naughty, I am on group. You know, I'm a proud Freemason, right? We have this group of Masons from all the different ones. And we have the sports and Freemasonry chat. This is really a sports and football chat. And a bunch of my brethren in this chat, right? Hard note left and right. All this carrying on and this and that. And the Chiefs, we missed Tyreek and all that stuff and everything else. Where was Tyreek yesterday? Where was he? He had one catch, one big catch, and that was it. Waddle basically was holding them up. They still don't have no tight end. And if you don't have a good tight end in the NFL, you're not going to win because DBs, they could always drop five and lock down your fast receivers. Okay? They could always do it. You might get a one or two passes, yeah. But basically, if they do that, they can lock you down. You need a tight end to open up. But that coach must he learn how to coach play in Madden? Because all he's doing is this crazy Madden stuff. You ain't got you. I mean, they couldn't run the ball on us. They were trying to run up the middle on Jalen Carter. How you run up the middle on the dude?
They were trying to go off tackle. They were trying to go off tackle as well. The Dolphins clearly missed Win last night. They clearly missed Win and Connor Williams last night. Clearly.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the irony of it is the fella y'all really needed to open up the middle for y'all. Y'all let go. All right? So, I mean, I guess
but even with Gesicki, we still don't have a tight end. Gesicki's...
All right, let me put this out there that we got you on the phone, all right? Because this kind of ties into the game. And the Kansas City Chiefs have been accused more recently over last year and especially this year of getting the Brady treatment from the refs, that Mahomes is the new Brady, y'all are the new Patriot franchise, the league has an agenda to make sure y'all get where y'all need to be on one side, and it's very similar that they're looking out on the other side for the Eagles. Could the league, no, let me finish the statement and then you could chime right in.
Who's getting hit more than Mahomes? They stay hitting our quarterback.
No, but time out. When you see Mahomes walking toward a ref saying to pick up a flag down the field, that brings a red flag up in my head. A couple of weeks ago, a play called down the field, offensive pass interference, and he looks around like, pick it up. Now, I don't know what the prior statement was but I saw pick it up. Why are you telling the ref to pick it up?
He probably telling them, you need to pick it up because I had a man in the area. Go back and look. When they they talk, they figure it out.
But that listen, keeping it full 100. You all have been the beneficiaries of some questionable calls recently this season. Yesterday, the Eagles were. Is this a harbinger of things to come, that the league has an agenda to see a rematch of the Eagles and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl by any means necessary?
Well, I can't speak for the Eagles, right? But the league don't need an agenda to put KC in a rematch. We've hosted the last 5 AFC championships, and 3 of them we've gone to the Super Bowl.
Now, could that be because the Hunt family and Lamar Hunt Jr. as it the third has gravitated so up under Goodell and protected him from getting ousted? Is now he being paid back the reward from Goodell for keeping him safe from the other owners?
Listen. Let's be clear about this, right? Goodell is a trash commissioner. Everybody knows it. But the fact of the matter is that the Hunts, as a family, if you look at their tradition, have never, ever been outliers or rebels as owners. Remember how the Lamar Hunt...
Right, exactly. They've never been rebels. That means they toe the line, they shut up and do what the league does and take whatever treatment they give them.
These fellas made their money outside of football, first, and then made a bunch of their money in football. So at the end of the day, and they're an original franchise. They're gonna respect the leader.
Right, because they don't want a maverick owner who turns a $700 million investment into a $7 billion investment, telling them about the foolishness they do. They rather the status quo, good old boy network to keep on keeping on. Let's keep it 100.
Let me ask you a question, Big Chief. I take some of your comments that they shut down Hill. I take we had some bonehead penalties. I mean, it was ticky-tack, my finger over the neutral zone. I can still call that, but that's all right. I can live with that.
No, that was a
I take all of that. I take all of that.
But let me ask you
Hill drop a ball. I just want to ask you one question. Take away your hate for the Dolphins. Take away your hate for them Dolphin fans out there. Your pure football watching. You really think that was a well-called game?
No, it was not a well-called game. And here's the thing. The league has not had well-called games for a while. Okay? You want something funny? I was sitting at a conference a couple of weeks ago, 2 weekends ago, and I said to one of the people, I said, listen, y'all got to wrap this meeting up because my Chiefs playing. I got to go. She said, oh, my uncle was an NFL referee. And when she called her uncle's name, I looked at her and I said, only the Jesus in me stopped me from slapping you. Because her uncle was Jermaine Booger, the black dude, Uncle Festus, the black Uncle Festus.
Nobody.
Who was worse than him? He was garbage.
No, but I'll tell you who's worse than him. That crew that called the game last night. They got rejected out of the ACC. They've been kicked out of college football for bonehead calls. So how you end up in the NFL on the grand stage of Sunday Night Football?
If you go through the story, first of all, it ain't the same crew, head in the crew. But it was another guy on the team. That's another story altogether. The ACC always have garbage officiating. They live with garbage officiating, right? But my thing is this. Officiating did not lose that game for the Dolphins. Bad coaching and bad playing. Tua played well.
Hold on. 17-17 at the half, Big Chief. Miami comes out with a drive going, and here come the flags to kill the momentum. And you know I have no horse in this race. You know today, just like you, I wanted to kick them when they down, shove sand, and they blow hole. But I can't because of the refs.
And they call a lot of key penalties on Miami to keep the drive. And when I saw all the penalties calling and the drives continue, I said, Miami have nothing left in the fourth quarter, and the game over. And exactly that's what happened.
Yeah, you know what the good part about it is? The good part about it is, I can promise you that crew didn't catch so much heat, they can't do that fool no more.
They don't need to come back. They need to be done.
Don't mind what the league say. That crew can't mess up like that no more. Okay? And two, at the end of the day, all of this can get put out. It's like our old grandmothers, right? See, people, these new age women got washing machine. Our old grandmothers, Naughty, had scrub board and washing tub, right? And no matter what that stain was, Grammy said, get it, just give me that shirt. It'll all come out in the wash. All right? 2 weeks in Frankfurt. We gonna put these dolphins to sleep for good. They come in as dolphins, they leave in as sushi.
As Wiener Schnitzel?
Yes. Okay? We cooking them over there and serving them with potatoes and dumplings.
I want to hear from you all two over the next 2 weeks.
Let me tell you what I can do. I ain't got a word to say for 2 weeks. I gonna wait till Monday morning, and then I can have you for my lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
So let me ask you a question. You all on bye this week, Pearly?
No, we can.
I look what New England did to Buffalo yesterday. Wow.
Listen. You realize at the beginning of the season, Miami was laughing at us. Cincinnati said they was coming first. Buffalo said they coming first. Baltimore said they coming first. Who's the top team in the AFC today? Okay.
You all are the Baltimore Ravens. You all and then the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
You better not sleep on that Raven team, though. They could keep you all offense on the sideline and punch you all in the mouth.
And we got Philly. We got Philly this year again. So we can deal with them in the regular season. And we can put them down, too. At the end of the day, Mahomes has done everything he's been asked to do. And you saw we got McCall Hardman back, and he already made an impact.
Yeah, we talked about that on the weekend.
So you sound like you're trying to say y'all getting 16-1.
No. What I'm saying, no. I will. You know the game I'm scared we're going to lose? The actual game I'm scared we're going to lose is the Raiders at home. Not in their home, our home.
Why?
Okay? All right? Because that's the only team in the AFC that didn't beat us since Mahomes has been a quarterback. All right? And they always, no matter what, the Raiders always play their best game against us. Always. I don't know why. Okay? If they go 1-16, that one going to be against us. Right?
So at the end of the day, you going 15. You saying 15-2 then?
We got Cincinnati later this season. We got Philly this season. We coming into the playoffs well tested. We can put all of these jokers down. Mark my words.
So you saying 15-2 then?
Now, as for my dog. Now, Pearly, I need you to be honest with people. Be honest with people. You realize we play the SEC, right? And the SEC East, right?
I know.
The toughest division in the toughest conference in college football.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on all we doing is winning.
How?
We winning.
Ain't looking good though.
Boy, Purdy, you had a difference from last year. School abundance of confidence. We could beat them by 30. We could beat them by 15. This year, a win is a win.
I honestly think Michigan is the number one team in the nation.
Naughty. We put 11 dudes in the league last year. And I
8 play last. 8 Georgia Bulldogs play yesterday. No, that's 8 Alabama play yesterday. Sorry.
Okay. We put 11 dudes in the league last year and 12 dudes in the league the year before. Okay? So what you have right now is the people who are redshirted and stuff like that who finally getting their time to play. We got a quarterback who finally getting his time to play. Okay? And so, yeah, we taking it slow, but our thing is we don't need to peak in week 6. We need to peak in week 11. That's when we need to peak.
Gotcha.
And Kirby got our boys ready and they playing. We going to Florida this weekend. We can curb stomp them Gators. All right? I ain't a Pino game.
All right.
And I'm missing the game for the first time in about 10 years.
But we got a couple other calls coming up here, Big Chief, so we got to get to them. But I want to hear from you over the next 2 weeks between now and the Germany game, the Frankfurt Wiener Schnitzel Bowl.
We can live cast that Sunday morning.
We need to do that. We need to make that happen. We'll work that out.
All right, my brother.
All right, be safe, man. Take care. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Naughty. What y'all saying?
What's going on, Big Chef?
All right, yeah. Salty as ever, mate.
Y'all two Dolphins, I let y'all commiserate, man, because y'all got robbed last night, in my opinion.
Yeah, we got robbed. Look. Let's face it. If Philly gets to 4th and 1, you can't stop them. Okay, number one. Right? If Philly gets to 4th and 1, you can't stop them.
With the push offense.
I've always said that if we don't, you can't let any team. If any team let Philly get to 4th and 1, you might as well give them a finger there And the way that's run right now, I don't know how you stop it. Number one, right? So I ain't gonna take nothing away from Philly for how they were able to keep the ball from us towards the end of the game, so that we couldn't try to make a comeback, right? That being said, I can live with the calls they called against us. I just can't live with the calls, right? That they didn't call against the Eagles. That were very similar, if not as debilitating to our ability to win that game. Okay, they called some calls against us that, in my opinion, like the one against Christian Wilkins that gave them their first touchdown, that prolonged their drive. They would have to kick a field goal at that point. They called the holding penalty on us in that first drive in the second half after Tyreek got the first down across midfield. That even the announcers themselves said, nah, that's not holding. Okay, then the holding penalty that took away the touchdown to Tyreek Hill. Okay, so you call that, but then when David Long gets mugged coming through on the blitz, you don't call that one. I mean, come on. When the guy gets mugged, gets face masked, in the 4th and 8, Wilson, pass interference, right in front of the referee must be like, yeah, I'm not calling fucking this. I'm not calling this. Sorry. All right? Then you get another play down the line where the receiver got mugged on another third down pass and it was incomplete. So it's hard to beat a team as good as Philly if you got to also play 4 or 5 other people in addition to the 11 on the field across from you. All right? So my concern with this whole thing is my team showed up to play. Defensively, we played pretty good defensively. That was one of the better defensive games we played. I got to be honest with you, we wore down in the last part of the fourth quarter. Who wouldn't, right? But they can't be so blatant. 0 penalties executed against the Eagles. They are that good of a team and perfect that they don't have any penalties against them. Come on, man. That leads to the belief that there's some underlying script written to favor teams like Philly and KC and San Francisco, right? You know, a lot of people want to see the Philly KC repeat in the Super Bowl. So why not kill teams' momentums when they look like they're going to beat these teams? I was just flabbergasted last night when I saw that going on. And after we tied it up, I said, okay, we got a shot, you know. And the interception, the 2 were through. You know, I think if Jalen Waddle hadn't run his pattern there, you know, Moshe could have caught that because he was one-on-one with the linebacker. So, you know, all in all, we lost. We're still 5-2. As we would say, we lead in the East. But they got to do something with this officiating, man, because this thing is getting out of hand.
That was my biggest concern. I think it speaks volumes to what the league is going to see over the next couple of weeks. They need to clean it up. This week it could be Miami. Any other week it could be anybody else's team.
Indeed, I agree. You know, not just us. I mean, when you look at, like, there was one game where Kansas City won where there was blatant holding by Miami and complete a pass that ended up leading them to win the game, right? So when you get those kinds of blatant plays that aren't being called by the officials, it becomes more than just, oh, I missed that. You missed 10 penalties? You missed all those penalties on Philadelphia last night? Come on.
And there were a lot of penalties that were shown, okay?
That's what I'm saying. They showed
what was
them.
annoying about it, the announcer still was talking like it wasn't a big deal. They didn't find ways to point it out yesterday like they would normally do. And I found it very strange. And I'm not... See, I'm reluctant to talk so much about it because I don't want people to think I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not. I call it as it is. I'm a Dolphin fan to the core, 50-year Dolphin fan. I pull hard for my Dolphins, but I call it like a core. And there were despite the poor officiating, Miami still had an opportunity to be in that game and win that game. What if Tyreek Hill had caught that ball and took it into the end zone? It might have been a different story today. And
I agree with you. I agree with you, Bernie. You know, like, this is a completely different loss than the one we took against Buffalo. Buffalo beat the hell out of us. They beat us up, no doubt. But we were in that game all night, you know, and down 3 offensive linemen. Somebody in another group was talking about, oh yeah, we thought they were going to have to take 2 out and down by 2 touchdowns. They had 1 sack on Tua. So of course they could tee off if they know that all we're going to be doing is dropping back trying to throw the ball. Okay? So for them people to make our offensive line, even as bind up as they were, played pretty decently. Now in the first half, I give Phillies credit that their defensive line, they shut our running game right down. Okay, that boy Hassan Riddick, he wasn't having no part of nobody chipping him on the end or no crackback block from the wide receiver or the tight end on our outside run. He was there to stuff it, and I give him big credit. Now in the second half, if you notice, we started running the ball. We made some adjustments.
They made some adjustments. We missed Achan yesterday. We missed Achan yesterday. I could see that.
Yeah, we did.
But the bottom line is, you missed Xavier Howard yesterday as well. So
that's another thing that people are.
That's what I was going to bring up. My next point, the silver lining for the Dolphins is, in a couple of weeks you get Jalen Ramsey, and Xavier Howard back. So your back end of your defense is going to be solid. That'll allow people to put more pressure on the quarterback up front, and your defense may now be and help your offense. Y'all might be a tough outcome playoff time because everything will be lined up for you health wise.
I believe so.
Provided nobody else gets injured.
Well, they say now that Javon Holland is now in concussion protocol.
I saw the play last night. He came up and made a hit on somebody and rung his own bell.
David Long hit each other. Holland came back in the game, but apparently I just saw something that came across that he showed symptoms today that now forced them to put him in concussion protocol, right?
That's fine.
Those things happen, but
you know, one game. That's fine. That's fine. It's not an injury that takes weeks to heal. He can be done. No,
it doesn't. Like Isaiah Wynn, they say is going to be out for weeks, and he was doing a pretty good job there as a guy. He was doing a pretty good job, right? Yeah. So that's going to be a bit of a loss. But listen, I can tell you something. I heard the caller, the Chiefs fan earlier. I believe we're going to beat the Chiefs in Germany. I believe that. You know, I had doubts going into playing Philly in Philly after a loss that they had against the Jets. But I believe wholeheartedly we're going to beat the Chiefs in Germany. And Tyreek going to go for 200.
Well, guess what? If y'all get a chance to throw the ball, y'all may be able to expose that secondary of the Chiefs.
Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to throw it. I guarantee you that loss, you're going to see some changes come out. You're going to see some good come. We're going to see some good come from this loss. You know, we're going to be 7-2 going into the bye. I believe that. I can call it now.
All right.
I got some numbers I want you to pick out for me. Let me send them, okay?
Chef, we got to get to the break.
You know, my whole thing that I've been arguing all day with people back and forth is, look, any objective football fan, regardless of how you like the Dolphins, and not only I respect you for how you talking about the officiating, because, you know, you're the number one going to shut down Dolphin rules, right?
I thought I can't do it today, but I so mad.
I know, and I know you vex about that. But you see, you're an objective sportsman. You're a sports person first. Yes, you're a Dallas. Everybody knows you love the Dallas Cowboys, and you know, as we love our Dolphins, right? But you also see BS. You also saw the BS on the field. And what bothers me was these guys around here making noise about Dolphins getting beat, and objectively they're not saying, you know what? Hey, hold on a second. There was some really one-sided refereed game last night. And maybe some of those penalties that were called and not called had an adverse effect on the outcome of the game. That's all I want people to say.
Just be objective about it.
Yeah, don't make it sound like if we got some weak team and you know what makes me laugh when I listen to the analysts. They admitting it was a bad ref game, but then still saying that Miami can't go up against top tier talent. Well, why don't you let us go up against top tier talent?
The top tier referees.
With an even playing field.
There you
go.
Then
let's see what happens.
Good stuff, Chef. I appreciate you.
Listen, man.
And all that you do for the show, man. You know that.
No problem. Thank you, guys. I love listening to you guys.
Appreciate it, man. We love them tropical gyros. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break. We'll be back. Pearlie and I got our picks for the night in the Monday night game. And we'll get you ready for the Monday with Rich Eisen. And it's full of everything for everybody today, Pearlie. Some Dolphins, some Ravens, some Cowboys, some everything. So it should be pretty decent. I feel for you all today, Pearlie. Today I wanted to be on here rubbing, mashing corn and throwing swords in the wound, and I can't do it. Them stinking referees cost me too. Let's get to the break.
Wherever you are in the world, Cleveland Clinic's world-class care is here for you. From Ohio to Florida to London, Cleveland Clinic treats thousands of patients every year. Ranked number 2 in the world by Newsweek, you can trust our caregivers to enhance your experience across each step of your treatment journey. for every care in the world. Learn more at clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's, well worth the trip.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Street. Call us at 356-7764.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama, and let me tell you about a deal you can't afford to miss. It's the 2 Fly Free from Nassau promotion. You heard me right. 2 people can fly free from Nassau. Just go to BahamasResidence.com for all the details so you can start your vacay today. There are 10 participating islands with 35 amazing hotels to choose from. You can go to Abaco, Acklands, Andros, Bimini, Cat Island, Eleuthera, Harbor Island, Exuma, Long Island, or San Salvador. There's so much to do on all these islands, you just may want to go to a few. And why not? With the 2 Fly Free from Nassau deal, it's like getting an island for free. Take your family, go with friends, arrange a fun out-of-the-box business meeting or retreat. Your co-workers or employees will love you. Or go on an adventure with the guys, or a girl's getaway from the guys, or a romantic trip for 2. Whatever you do, you'll thank me. Visit BahamasResidence.com for more information. That's BahamasResidence.com.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Monday, October 23rd edition of Talking Heads, and right now we go by the Island game. Got a couple of big games tonight, Pearly. Got the NFL game. Obviously, you know, I think I know what you like already. I like the 49ers in that one. I think they bounce back against the Vikings.
Yeah. There's a very small parlay I got today, but yeah, I picked the 49ers.
And who you like in baseball?
But Arizona already up 3-0.
Huh? We just lost you, Pearly. Unmute. All right, there you go. Arizona's up, what, 3-0?
3-0 on the top of the second, and they got a run on third and 1 out.
And they playing for that playoff life.
Yeah, I got a mixed emotion. Because Houston is home, I think Houston can take it all. But don't be surprised if the Rangers bats go crazy. So if you're doing a parlay, do 2. Do 1 with Houston winning and 1 with the Rangers winning.
Okay, well, how about the over? If you think the bats going to go crazy, how about the over?
I think I'll go the over.
All right. And you like
Yeah, I'll go over.
You like San Francisco tonight?
I'll take San Francisco and the points tonight.
There you go. There you go. San Francisco by the 3. That sounds like a solid bet.
And guess what? I think I like the over too.
They might get it on their own, as a matter of fact, to tell you the truth.
That's a possibility.
All right. Well, I appreciate.
And guess what? Just for good graces, I like the Sabres. Only one hockey game tonight. I like the Sabres or the Canadians, and I take the Sabres and the points.
All right. Well, real quick before we get out of here, man, I got to get this one in, and then we can get out of here. Good afternoon, Naughty Dolphin Girl here. It was blatant that the ref were the 12th man on the field. I stopped watching after the third quarter. I'm so proud of Tua on offense and defense. They played a heck of a game. I know without a doubt yesterday's game proved to me that with a healthy team, we have Super Bowl potential. I think 4 of our starters were missing. Pearly, let's not lose any sleep. Our team has proven themselves even though we lost. And then another one.
Let me check.
Yeah, there you go.
But I reconsider that over and Debo and McCaffrey out.
No, Debo may be out. I know McCaffrey playing, so they still got a shot at it.
Okay.
All right? Look for Kittle tonight to pick up the slack. That's where I think it'll come from.
McCaffrey's questionable. Yeah, Debo's out.
All right. But we'll do it again tomorrow, Pearly. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy the game tonight, and we'll talk mañana, man.
Adios. Hasta mañana.
Y'all keep it right where you got it. Rich Eisen taking us home with the final 10 today with Overreaction Monday. Relax yourself, Dolphin fans. Y'all will be back.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
You've tried everything. ASUS with your mother's cousin's sister's auntie, and even hiding your money under your mattress. But is your money safe? Your Bahamian dollar deposit in a member bank or credit union is insured up to $50,000. If anything happens, your deposit up to the insured value will be returned to you thanks to Deposit Insurance. Visit Deposit Insurance Corporation at www.dic.bs.
Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Your pumpkin favorites are back at Dunkin'. Indulge your pumpkin passion with fresh baked pumpkin spice donuts, mouth-watering muffins, and delightful munchkins. Or sip a Dunkin' pumpkin spice signature latte made with a rich blend of espresso, pumpkin spice, and vanilla flavors, all topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. Available hot or iced, Dunkin' offers the ultimate pumpkin coffee experience. Head to Dunkin' today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Terrible. That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Over Mondays. Monday.
All right, Christopher, have at it. What do you got?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I am well.
Everybody good?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't wait for you to.
Yeah, you jumped the gun.
I'm sorry.
You doing all right?
I thought I had to play.
Good?
Yeah. What's up?
Stealing signs again?
Yep, it's exactly what I do. Yep. That's what I do.
Hi, Chris. Hey, TJ, how you, man?
Oh my God,
It's
get
just
to
another
it.
Manic Monday.
What's going on?
The Lions are not ready for prime time.
Okay. That's an
They're
overreaction.
just not ready. Look, here's the deal. They had a shot. The whole country was watching them. Big time to go in there and show everyone who you are.
They didn't do that on the night the Chiefs raised the banner?
When was that? I already forgot about that.
Okay.
This is what have you done for me lately in the NFL?
That's why it's overreaction Monday.
28-0 before you even took the field. What are you doing?
Uh-oh. I mentioned how earlier on at the start of the show that the Dolphins are the AFC's team this year to have the who have you really beaten? Maybe it's the Lions now, huh? The Chiefs minus Kelsey and Chris Jones. They couldn't beat Seattle. They beat Atlanta. They won at Green Bay. They've beaten Carolina. They beat Tampa and Tampa. and then they get curb stomped in Baltimore.
Take out week 1. The Giants have yet to beat a playoff team.
Get out of here. They are a really good team. They're an excellent team other than this past weekend.
They
Bury
can't
the tape.
play outside of the comfort of their dome.
Bury the tape.
Outside of a dome, what are they?
Bury the tape. Move on. Tip your cap. Move on. And maybe get some help at the running back position in case Montgomery goes down. You need a little bit more, gumption, seat in the pants in that position when you're going against a front seven like Baltimore's. And you're going to have to get ready for Dallas's. You're going to have to get ready for Philadelphia's or San Francisco's as well. But I'll call this an overreaction. What else you got over there, Chris?
All right, same game. Flip side.
Yep.
The Ravens are the best challenge to the Chiefs in the AFC right now.
You could make that case, pal. Oh, yeah, you can make Dolphins are. And I'll be able to, with my own 2 eyes and my voice, sitting in the booth in Frankfurt, Germany, calling that game for NFL Network to kick things off on a Sunday in Week 9. But you betcha, that is not an overreaction at all. Let's see them defensively deal with 8 and the running game, and that front 7 can play defense in a way that makes sure, let's put it this way, Kelsey won't be so damn wide open like he was against the Chargers, one would think, against this defense. Yeah, I would agree with you. Ravens can keep the ball away from the Chiefs and make them frustrated while Mahomes stands in the sidelines for a long time. Fact.
And
I agree with it.
The new offense, I think we've been waiting to see.
I agree with it.
For it to kind of come together and gel.
Yeah.
Best it's looked so far this season. 357 yards, 3 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson.
And they haven't even
Absolute
really gotten.
beatdown.
They haven't really gotten the passing game to wide receivers going significantly yet. That's the next thing to
Odell
work
Beckham,
on.
Rashad Bateman appearance yesterday. It was
Yeah,
nice to see those guys involved, and obviously on tight end day, Mark
I'm with
Andrews.
you. That's a good subject. I agree. Check mark there. What else?
Okay, now it happened yesterday in town, and I know we didn't go, Mike, but hold on a second.
Whose house?
Hold on a second. The Steelers are 4-2.
Yeah, they are.
What?
Yeah, but what's the question?
That's the question. They're 4. Have you seen this team play?
Yeah.
Their offense couldn't score on us. How are they 4-2?
They beat people up.
So I don't know. What do you want me to say? The fact that you're acting this way is an overreaction?
I want you to
or
convince me, how are they 4-2?
Okay, here you go. How? First of all,
thank you, Stephen.
But that's the wrong soundbite. That's the wrong drop. You know the drop about not apologizing.
Oh.
You know, come
I
on
got
now.
2. That's right. I got 2.
That's the winner. And
Stay by your phone, man. I may need.
That's not it. Good Lord.
Now you're just stalling. You're just wasting time to get to the real drop.
No.
But honestly, how are they 4-2? Pickett is very below average.
Hold on a second.
Offense, they can't run the ball.
Here's how they do it. Here's
You're
how
not
they
going
do
to
it.
apologize for winning.
Correct. Thank you.
Mike.
God bless it.
Third time's a charm. Mike.
Defensively, they're really good. They got a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in TJ Watt who can drop into coverage and pick you off. My God, that was huge. That was huge because, they got a break, the Rams, by Tutu Atwell intercepting an interception at the end of the first half and walking it in. And then the Rams got the ball first in the second half, and TJ Watt flipped the script. And how about this one? They've got a really good young wide receiver in Pickens. And the fourth quarter, is it Pickett time? Do we call it Pickett time?
They just play like garbage
brother,
for 45 minutes.
He becomes a different quarterback in the fourth quarter.
It's like he wants the
Tebow.
pressure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
That
It's
is
Pickett
not
time.
sustainable.
It's Pickett. Maybe it's not. Najee got going. Jalen Warren got in the end zone. Both Warren and Najee got in the end zone. That's the way to win football games. And you got a hell of a coach who just sells stuff and they buy it.
Steelers are just going to win ugly football games and beat you up while doing it.
Maybe you should
what they
learn
do.
it. Let's see if we can get used to this.
Never say never, but never.
Next up, baby, home for Jacksonville, and then a Thursday night. Take your heart pills and buckle up. You got the Tennessee Titans coming into town, and then Green Bay comes into town. Then they're at Cleveland, at Cincinnati, home for Arizona, home for New England on a Thursday night, going against the first ever in-season tournament semifinal game out there in Vegas, at Indianapolis. Hey, man, the Steelers.
Steelers should win 10 games out of that.
They won't be just
10 games.
That's like flash forward to a late November overreaction Monday subject of the Steelers have 9 wins. Really?
I should play. It's so ugly.
I got it.
You don't get
I get it.
points in sports though. This is not gymnastics.
Yeah. Ask USC how style points look today.
Yeah. I mean,
What else you got over there, Chris?
Hey.
I'm serious. What else?
You know who's beautiful? Oh, I love this man so much. A.J. Brown is the best wide receiver in the NFL.
You know what? How can you call that an overreaction? How can you do that? How can you do that?
Fifth straight game, 125
Here's
plus.
Here's more of an overreaction. If I may I tinker with this a little bit here? Trading away A.J. Brown, worst trade for the worst trade made in the last 10 years?
Well, nothing's going to top the Trey Lance trade for the draft pick.
But what makes it worse? What makes it worse is how it leaves you. How the result of you trading somebody like that away.
Sure.
The Trey Lance trade, it's like, we'll still see if Trey Lance does anything.
Well, it helped
and again, the Niners,
up Miami.
Both the coach and general manager just got contract extensions, well deserved, by the way.
The GM
Honestly,
got fired
name me another one. Name me another one. I know we're spitballing here in the middle of the segment.
Trade's pretty bad.
What, a second round pick?
Mm-hmm. It helped them acquire.
You lose your job.
Roquan Smith.
You're the general manager. You essentially lose your job. Your team, I just saw them. They have DeAndre Hopkins, who, is going to be struggling to find more targets from either Malik Willis or Will Levis, while Tannehill's in a walking boot. Come on now. And what he's doing in Philadelphia is franchise changing. Otherwise, it would be very nice and a run game. This is a deep threat, a physical receiver who can make catches over the middle and make first down catches and make touchdown catches from anywhere on the field. So yes, obviously Tyreek Hill is doing Tyreek things that A.J. Brown doesn't have that physical skill set, but Tyreek doesn't have the physical skill set of A.J. Brown either. So yeah, I'll say that. I'll accept that. It's not an overreaction. It's an argument, but it's not an overreaction. What else?
Hey, Chris, real quick, just like I told you during the break before, 19 total touchdowns for the Tennessee Titans since they got rid of A.J. Brown. 27 different receivers. A.J. Brown has 14 on his own.
How about them apples? What else, Chris?
Insane.
Apologies to Chicago Bears. The Bears are quickly developing a Justin Fields problem.
That's an overreaction. I know Tyson Bagent, Division II.
Bagent looked good.
Right, I know.
I
get it.
Beat down the Raiders yesterday. Look, they have.
Then what was what was 2 Thursday nights ago when
outlier. They have
it wasn't an outlier.
They have the first overall pick, which is Carolina's currently, and they have their own pick, which is the third overall pick. They got big decisions to make coming up.
We'll see. That's a first-class problem.
It's a problem.
It's, if you put your entire eggs in Justin Fields' basket,
which they have for the time being.
For the time being, but there's a way out of it. I'll for the moment saying it's not a problem. Justin. Look at the way that he got injured. When he hurt his thumb. Mm-hmm. It's just like the play was so over, and he's trying to do something stupid with it. He's got to just play a little bit more for himself. And take care of yourself, man. Come on, get out there and use your weapons and be smart about it. And look at what Tua does. Back foot, get it out. Get it out.
Quick.
And then, hopefully they'll have better run schemes. I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't think it's a problem. You got one more?
All right, last one. I know we're going to talk college in about 10 minutes. Judging the way the quarterbacks looked over the weekend, Caleb Williams, Drake May, whoever has the first pick in the draft should just take Marvin Harrison Jr. and forget about it.
Okay. You're talking about Maserati, Marvin?
Maserati Marv.
Yeah, buddy.
He's going to the Hall of Fame, okay?
Okay.
I'm already calling that now, so take him number one.
Can we stop with this? Come on.
He is already working on his mold for his...
I get it.
Best player in college football.
You guys.
Take him number one.
All right, by the way, do you see how all the victory laps the Buckeye fans are taking right now because C.J. Stroud had a great first month and a half as a quarterback in the NFL? Oh, we finally got our guy in the NFL. 6 weeks in. He's rookie of the year as far as I'm concerned, but all that other stuff, let's place it aside. Marvin Harrison Jr. is supremely talented. In the same way that I'm wondering, how the hell did the Chargers not mark Travis Kelce? Hey, Penn State. 18, circle him. All right.
I was like, do something with this guy.
Oh, my goodness. He is supremely talented, but take him over a quarterback? Okay.
Yeah, because we know what's going to happen with Marvin Harrison.
Quarterbacks are a crapshoot. We know this kid's amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, he's going to the Hall. Chris and I have already talked about this.
Okay, you
We
guys.
don't know what the quarterback
he's
is.
awesome.
Number 18 in 18 years, we're going to Canton.
Okay. Does he wear 18 for his dad's quarterback? Is that where he wears 18?
Might be.
Good one.
He probably was catching passes from Peyton. That's why his hands are so good.